Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today it is finally time for me to share with you how I plan for my Disney / Universal trips. So I'm really excited about doing this today. This is the second time for me filming this video because the first time I did it, it was on Memorial Day and stuff, and I was kind of like in a rush a little bit, and I wasn't very thorough. So today I have on my Minnie Mouse t-shirt that I partially made. I got this big part on Etsy and then I just kind of put it on a t-shirt that was my size. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you how I actually sit down and plan out my trips and how I stay organized for them. And then in a few other videos, I'm going to show you how I pack for them and what's in the bag that I take to the park, and also I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be wearing on my trip as well. So I'm going to split those up into a couple different videos, and I'll probably be wearing this same shirt for them because I'm going to just kind of keep going with them, but then just split them up. So the first thing that I do when I am planning a Universal trip / Disney trip, this could go either way, but today I am doing a Universal trip, so that's what I'm going to say. When I'm planning for a Universal trip, I will sit down and I will determine three things. I will determine what the date is that I want to go, how many days that I want to be down there, and which hotel that I want to stay in. To me, these are the three most important things because obviously if you don't know your dates, then you can't really look up how much things cost. And if you don't know how many days you're going to go down there, you're kind of also lost on all your prices and stuff. Prices fluctuate throughout seasons, especially for hotels. So that's why I think it's important to pick your hotel first. That way you can determine, your budget, how much you're going to spend on your hotel, and then how much you have left over to do other things. Because to me, the hotel is the most important thing. Of course the parks are important, but if you're going to be staying down there overnight, you gotta have a hotel room. So this year we are staying in the Royal Pacific. It is one of the cheapest Universal on-site hotels. Keep in mind that I always stay on-site when I go to Disney or Universal. I don't ever stay off-site. I think that the experience is more fun when you have the bus to take you to and from Disney World, or the boat to take you to and from Universal. So I think that is honestly worth the extra cost that you pay staying on site. So when I sat down to plan this trip, I determined that I was going to be staying for my birthday. This is actually my birthday trip, and I'm going to be staying over a weekend, so it's going to be Saturday, Sunday, and then the Monday after. That's when we're going to leave. And then I determined obviously how many days, so it's 3 days, 2 nights, and then I determined where I wanted to stay. I knew that Royal Pacific was my favorite, so I automatically checked those prices. Now, Cabana Bay down in Universal is definitely the cheapest resort down there that's on site. But I didn't want to stay there because there wasn't a water taxi, and I knew I wanted to take a water taxi back and forth because it's like one of my favorite things about Universal is the water taxi and stuff like that. So that's how I determined those three things. And then once I determined that, I determined how many days that I was going to be going to the parks and which parks I wanted to go to. So I knew that I wanted to go both days because one of the days is my birthday, and the other day I just wanted to have that little extra time. I don't think you can do both parks in just one day, so there's 2 parks, so I allotted 1 day per park. So but I also did get a 2-day 2-park pass, so I can go back and forth either way. I just think it's more free that way. It's my birthday, so I wanted to just kind of do whatever I wanted, and it honestly, the extra day is only $10 more, so I do suggest doing that. So that being said, when you determine how many days you want to go to the park, what hotel you want to stay at, then it's time for you to start learning all your prices. When you figure out how much you want to spend, I like to take everything and write it all down. So this is my Universal Planning book. I change out the cover and the pages depending on where I'm going for a trip. So I just have like my basically like my trip binder, you could call it. So what I do is, hold on, let me take this marker out. So what I do is I go through all the expenses. Now, please don't be shocked by these numbers. I know it's expensive, but since it's my birthday, I didn't really mind too much. So I have everything written out that I have to pay for. I don't even think you can see that. So I have my tickets written out. I have my hotel costs. I have basically what all the food's going to kind of cost. And then I have how much it's going to cost to board my dog, and then how much it's going to cost to rent a car. Those last two things not everybody has to do, but you definitely need to find out how much your hotel and how much your tickets are, and around about how much you're going to be spending on food. So that's one of the pages in my books. So after you've determined how much you're basically going to spend, you need to like kind of finalize your plans. So what I like to do is I book the hotel first, and then I buy the tickets, and then I go in and determine where I'm going to want to eat. Usually we do schedule where we're going to eat because we like to make reservations. So I know the first night I'm going to Cheesecake Factory for dinner. They don't take reservations, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll just kind of go and hope for the best. And then the second night, I know I'm going to Margaritaville for my birthday. So I did make a reservation for that. And then on the way out, we're going to Rainforest Cafe. So I also made a reservation for that. Now, when I have all these reservations done, I go ahead and print every single one of them out, and I keep them in this slip pocket right here. So I have written here, I have tickets, reservations, and confirmations. So I typed out all the confirmations that needed to be in this pocket. So I have my car rental reservations, my reservations for my dog to be at Pet Paradise or wherever she's going, and then my hotel room confirmation, my Margaritaville reservation, my Rainforest reservation, and my tickets. The only thing you really have to print out are your tickets if you bought them online. But I like to print everything out just in case they lose your reservation. You have your proof right here. So it's kind of like it helps the process along a little bit if, you know, y'all are having trouble getting into the restaurant. So I just take them and I put all my things in these sheet protectors so that way I can just slide extra things down into there. And if I had tickets, like physical tickets, I would slide them in here and hold them right in there so that everything is all together. So I'm doing these books. I sit down and I determine everything that I'm going to want to have visible for me so that I can keep it all kind of in one place and everything straight. So I'm going to go through right now and basically show you guys everything that's in this book. So I've already showed you. I have my confirmations page. Then this second page right here, I have my to-do list. I have all my expenses written out. This is more pre-planning, but it does help when you're trying to keep track of where your money's going. Then I have a list of things to buy. All I have there are bullet holes, and then you can just write on them, and you can with a Sharpie, and then you can write over them with dry erase marker and erase it, and it takes the Sharpie right off. So I really like that. And then I have over here my daily plans. I have written out everything that we're going to be doing every day. It helps with the schedule. It helps me remember what time my reservations are and everything like that. And then here I have all my outfits written out. Here's where I'm going to stop. I always write out my outfits first so that I figure out what I want to wear, and then I write my packing list. I think that helps a lot. I don't really know how you could write a packing list and then determine your outfit, so I think this is pretty much just like a standard, kind of thing. So I basically write out my outfits for what I'm wearing on the way down and to the park day one. And then for I write down for dinner what I'm going to wear, and then for the next day during the day, and then dinner that night, and then what I'm going to wear on the way home. So I basically wear 2 outfits a day, and then on the leaving day, I obviously only wear 1 outfit. So that's what that is, because usually I'm not going to get into the plans that we have too much, but well, maybe I will. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'll read this off for you. So at 7 o'clock, we're going to wake up that morning, and then at 9 o'clock, we're going to go pick up our car, and then we're going to go drop my dog off at the little doggy house hotel. I'm really sad about that. I'm nervous. And then we're going to be on the road by 9:45, and then we're going to go to the park. We're going to go back to the hotel, change, go to the mall because I wanted to buy a purse for my birthday, and then we're going to go to dinner, and then we'll probably go back and swim. And then the second day, we're going to get breakfast, go to the park, have lunch in the park, and then go back to the hotel, and then go to dinner, and then maybe go to the club or something. Since it'll be my 21st, I'm probably going to want to have some fun and stay out late. And then on the third day, we're going to check out at 11 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock, we're going to go to Rainforest Cafe, and then we're going to drive back, and I wrote down that we have to have the car back by 6 o'clock. So basically, that's why I usually do 2 outfits a day, because during the day we have fun, and then at night we go somewhere nice. So I don't want to wear what I wear to the park to dinner, because I kind of dress down a lot to the park. I don't wear street clothes. I kind of have like a little bit of a park uniform that I usually wear every time that I go to a park. So I will get into that when I share with you what I am going to be wearing. But for now, I'm going to kind of go through my packing list and just kind of tell you all my categories and stuff like that, and how I kind of sit down and determine it. So basically what I do, once I determine everything I'm going to wear, I'm going to break them up into categories. So I have here, I write my clothes, and on here, I don't know if you can see, but I do have teeny tiny little bullet holes. That way I can just check off as I go. I have all the clothes that I'm bringing. So that's like clothes that go on your body. That doesn't include shoes. And then next, underneath that, I put shoes. So at the top of this category, I put this is what goes in my suitcase. Granted, I did decide that I was going to try and shove everything in my suitcase. So basically this all goes in my suitcase, but this is what goes in the main part. So I have my clothes, and then I have shoes as a subcategory. Then I have my jewelry bag. I have a separate bag for jewelry. I put everything that I'm going to be wearing jewelry-wise. Then I have my additional accessories, which will kind of just like float in my bag. And then I put up here in bold letters, pillow, because I always forget my pillow at home and I can't sleep without it. Then I have my toiletry bag. I have a shower category because I have a separate shower bag that I just leave in the shower. So that way it still stays together in the shower. It's a waterproof bag and stuff like that. So I just kind of keep that in there. And then I have a hanging organizer that I have a pocket for all my hair stuff. That I have a pocket for my body stuff, which is like deodorant and my toothpaste and mouthwash and lotion and stuff like that. So that goes there like that. And then on this page I have everything that I put in my theme park bag, which I'll be doing a video on. Then I have everything in my makeup bag that I'm going to be wearing makeup wise. And then I have everything that I want to put in my snack bag. It's a very short list. And then I have a list for my car bag. This is the stuff that I take in the car that I play with or if I have like a computer game I want to play or something, that's just everything that I put in that bag. And then my snacks will probably go in that bag as well. And then this is very important that you need to do. For your last minute packing stuff, I suggest you go ahead and write that down, but don't include it in your packing list, your actual packing list. Don't include the things that you need to pack last minute, because it makes me go a little bit stir crazy. I'm like, wait, wasn't I supposed to pack that last minute? And then in the morning, I have it end up packing, I have it packed, and then I'll be like, wait, I need to take this out, and then I forget to put it back in, and then, it's a pain in the butt. So I have everything last minute packing, and then I have here everything that I have to lay out that I'm going to be wearing that day, that we're leaving, departing the house and stuff. So that's my separate list for that. And then I have a little list for everything that my dog is going to need on the trip. So that is everything in my little book. That's basically how I plan my trips. I just sit down and determine everything I want to bring, everything I want to do, and I write it all down. I make sure I have confirmations printed out, and I have my reservations all in order. So just a recap real quick. The most important thing to do is determine what days, how long, where you're staying, what you're doing, and get your reservations, and figure out what you're going to wear, and then figure out what you're going to pack. So those are basically like the 7 steps of planning for your trips. Also, I just wanted to point out before I end this video that there is a wonderful YouTube channel called The Diz. I think you just go to youtube.com/thediz. That's THEDIS, and they are a wonderful YouTube channel. It's a group of people that basically just sit around and talk about Disney, and they have different meetups, and they have fundraising stuff, and they review restaurants, and they talk about rides and what's going on at the parks and construction and news and stuff like that. So if you're looking to plan a Disney or a Universal vacation, that's the place that I would go for the best information. I really enjoy that, and I actually hope that they see this video, because it's really, I'm actually like really excited about how I've perfected my book and everything. So yeah, so if you really want some extra information and you're not quite sure about things, just go ahead and look them up, and you can even ask them questions, and they will probably answer them for you. So I've enjoyed making this video for you guys. The next video I'm going to be making is how I pack for my Universal trip. I'm not going to get into everything that I'm quite bringing. I mean, maybe not. But I will be doing a lookbook as well, so you'll get to see everything that I bring. But I am going to show you how I lay everything out and pack everything. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and until next time, bye.